Good morning. This is Grandma Freeman again, and I'm still working on my Easy McCall's pattern for 4102, and I'm making this dress, straight line dress, with the long sleeves. I live in Texas, and the summers are very hot, and when I'm outside, I don't want to have short sleeves because I want to protect my arms from the hot sun. So, and this is only a cotton dress, so this will be my summer cotton dress. And right now I'm working on the sleeves, section 3, and these are for the long sleeves. And I did a basting stitch, 2 rows of basting stitches at the top between the notches. That's to ease it in as I set the sleeves in. And then I went on to this, the cuff. There's going to be cuffs on it, so I needed to a reinforcement stitching on the lower part of the sleeve, which with the continuous strip or edging, I put that on, but I had to make the split. And to do that, I had marked it with tailor tacks, 1 at the top and 2 at the bottom, and then I cut it with scissors close to that stitch across. And that's what it looks like. And then when I was done with that, I did the seam, and I finished the seam. It was a straight sewing down the seam, and I finished it by pressing it under 1/4 on both sides of the seam allowance and then sewing it. So that's a nice, easy way to finish a seam in a sleeve, especially when it's difficult to do some of the other finishes. And then this was kind of lengthy, and getting that continuous, what is it called? The continuous lap in there took me a while to do. So I finally got it right, and then I pressed it over. I lapped it together and stitched up at the top. It's a stitch in there. And then after I finished with that and the seam, then I did another basting, 2 rows of basting stitches at the lower part of the sleeve. So, okay, that's section 3, and it goes on over here to the cuff. And that's what I have to do next, is prepare the cuff and sew it on the bottom of the sleeve. And so I'm going to follow those directions. That's how I sew, mainly. Some things are easier than others. This dress, it says Easy McCall's, but there's nothing easy about it. And so when I was cutting out my pattern and my interfacings, I didn't notice this one. It says interface to this line. So to that middle line where you see the arrow there. So what I'm going to do is take it, unfasten it, and clip my tailor tacks as I pull it apart from the pattern. And then I'm going to fold on that line in the center there, and then cut 2 interfacings with this interfacing material right here. You see that? And that's kind of a lightweight, and that will give me a nice interfacing, so when I put my buttonholes in and sew my buttons on, it will be kind of not real stiff, but slightly. So let's see, I've been into this going on, is it 2 or 3 weeks now? I can't remember exactly. Time goes by, and I'm so concentrating on what I'm doing that I forget, I forget the past, and I go on to each day and take one day at a time. And so that's where I'm at with this, and I hope to get this done before Mother's Day. I'm quite busy during the week with other things, cooking and cleaning, and I go over and watch my granddaughters after school to make sure they're safe in their own home when they get off the buses. And anyway, this is quite, I haven't made a long sleeve. Down here on this side, it shows the short sleeve preparation, and I think that's about it. Um, Sewing in the 2 rows of basting stitches for the gathering, and then sewing up the seam and finishing the seam, and then putting the hem in, and that's it. That would have been much easier, but because I wanted the long sleeves for the hot summers here in Texas, South Texas, that I went ahead and opted for the long sleeves for this dress. So that's kind of an alteration, and I also lengthened the bottom of the skirt to before I cut it, so that it would go below my knees. Okay, kids, I hope you have a wonderful day sewing or doing whatever you like to do. And please like and subscribe. Bye now.